How's it going? It's James, aka the Boise Jon Snow, back for more movie reviews. Today we're talking about Three Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri. So Three Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri is one of the 9 Best Picture nominees and the recent Golden Globe winner for Best Drama. It's getting many nominations and accolades. The director, Martin McDonagh, did movies In Bruges and Seven Psychopaths, 2 very interesting, fun, different movies in terms of the way the dialogue is delivered, and that is very much the same in this movie. It's led by Frances McDormand, Sam Rockwell, and Woody Harrelson. I almost forgot his name there. But it's those 3 and just kind of a character piece following them throughout their journey. When Frances McDormand puts up these 3 billboards talking about a crime committed to her daughter, and this is using the billboards as kind of her using that as putting a light on the police and then hoping they would actually do something about it. And while the plot is kind of weird, even like when I saw the trailers, the plot was weird, it comes together pretty nice. Like going to this movie, I didn't really know what to expect. I knew I was going to get a good movie because it was nominated, good acting. I know the director, won Best Drama at the Golden Globe, so a lot of good things coming in. But then I also heard after they won the Golden Globe, there was a lot of backlash. People said, oh, it's not that good. But people like to do that all the time anyway. Like, it's good, but it's not that good. So that's really annoying to me. So I went this with optimistic expectations because I'm genuinely a positive guy. So I'll just go in willing to see whatever and hoping for a good time. And what I got out of this movie was a really, really awesome time. I really enjoyed myself. Wasn't my favorite of the Best Picture nominees, but let's dive into some of the best parts of the movie. So Frances McDormand was leading this movie. Her performance was fantastic. I think she's winning most Best Actress accolades, if I remember correctly. She's great. There's an intensity, but then also an earnesty about her. There's a really good scene that shows how intense and almost terrifying she could be, but then how that can flip on a dime if she's needed in any sort of way. And it was really cool to see that flip and her really dive into that. It was a really great character that she just soaked up and that you felt for the entire time. Even though some of her actions were questionable, you were in because you just trusted her judgment. And then you had Sam Rockwell and Woody Harrelson, who were both cops in the town. Sam Rockwell was kind of a questionable cop, did some dumb things. Apparently in the movie they mentioned he was like interrogating some black people for like no reason at all and was just kind of being an asshole. Then Woody Harrelson was the town's sheriff and pretty much the golden boy. Everybody loved him, everybody knew him, and it was just a good old time. And we got to see that dynamic of them loving Woody Harrelson and then not loving Sam Rockwell kind of conflict, and how Sam Rockwell's kind of this loose cannon, just does whatever the hell he wants. And both of their arcs are very interesting, and they went directions I didn't think they would go. While Frances McDormand had a really kind of standard arc of where she was going, those 2 had a very, very different way of how their story was told. And the biggest thing I'm going to give this movie credit for that was kind of weird and that kind of irked me a bit at first was almost the lack of story. It was not really about the Frances McDormand getting justice for her daughter. It was about her journey trying to get that. And the story of the town and which that like was about. Like the plot isn't very like important in this movie. It was more about seeing Frances McDormand's journey, seeing Sam Rockwell's journey, seeing Woody Harrelson, and then how these people mix together. And the dialogue was so much fun to listen to. It was so different. Well, I want to say Tarantino-esque, but then he's very much his own style. And I want to give Martin McDonagh his due because this was a very dialogue-rich movie, and all of it was so almost jumping over each other to build this scene into such like humor. Like I was laughing the entire time. I had a great time watching the movie. Beautifully shot. I think it had a nice little western score, a little bit of guitar, acoustic guitar throughout. Great supporting characters. You had Peter Dinklage in there. And you had the guy who was in American Made and Get Out. I don't know his name. He's an ugly dude. I'll put his picture here and put his name. He's a great actor, though. He was the advertising guy in the movie. He's fantastic. A great supporting character to support these amazing leads they put out there. Just overall, an amazing character piece. A little bit weak on the plot, I'll be fair with that. But overall, really a fantastic movie. A powerhouse of dialogue, of characters, of story, all coming together. Great cast, too. Like, this was a really, really good time. And for my audience perception of this, I went with my friend's wife, Addie. Addie, you're delightful, so mwah, just thank you for watching this movie with me. She had a great time. She's not super into the indie movies, or she just kind of watches movies passively because she's a normal person, not weird like me. But we both had a great time, enjoyed the different way the story was told, because we're very much used to the conventional of like, there's a killer, gotta find the killer, found the killer. But this really was it was a very different way of how it's told the story. And it was very driven by our characters and how they might not get to this part, but does mean their journey isn't taking us somewhere different. And that was really fun and interesting to see, and I had a great time. I know my rating system's confusing, but I will buy this movie on DVD. And my scale of 5 ranking, this is like my second one. I did enjoy this movie quite a bit. I'm not going to rush out to the theater again, but I did enjoy this movie's dialogue and the different storytelling conventions they kind of played off of. A lot of really cool camera work in this movie as well. So I would buy the movie just to rewatch, because it was also hilarious. Let's not forget that. Hilarious movie, very powerful at some points as well. So very, very good character piece movie. Great dialogue, great characters, a very worthy Best Picture nominee. All right, we wrapped it up. I have 6 out of the 9 Best Picture nominees done. I have Darkest Hour, The Post, and Phantom Thread left. So I can't wait to watch those movies. Very excited. And then we have Black Panther in a couple weeks, which I'm super excited about. I know I said that last week, but it does not mean I am excited for Black Panther, because I'm super, super pumped. So can't wait for that. That wraps up for today. So, if you like what you saw or heard or I did with my hands, please hit like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Leave a comment. I've been getting a lot of comments. I got a lot of comments on my Call Me By Your Name video, which I appreciate a bunch. So I appreciate all the response back. I like talking to people. So please say words in the comments. Please comment, share, all that stuff, and have yourself a kick-ass day, week, all that good stuff, and bring it in for a hug. Enjoy this movie's dialogue and the different things it I don't know.